Welcome back, my little recusants, to another episode of our Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix 100% guide. Just to really expressly highlight, we did just pick up an Orichalcum Plus from a treasure chest. Huge item to collect here in Space Paranoids, which is brilliant. And obviously highlighting the fact that, like, this area is only unlocked once we finally make it all the way to the end of Space Paranoids, so... really powerful thing there. And we're going to also equip Explosion, an AoE finisher, much like Ripple Drive in Kingdom Hearts 1. It's kind of a surrounding energy blast, or explosion, that is scaled off Sora's magic stat, which we have been building to be incredibly powerful. Now, as you can see, the treasures from Space Paranoids has been fully completed, so that's done, and then we just have 2 more stickers to find. We know where one of them is. It's in the high up area of the circular cylindrical dome area, right by the pit cell. We're going to need Glide to get to that one. The next thing then is the final puzzle piece is going to be in the boss area with the MCP. So we're going to make sure that we can grab that during this boss fight, just to get it finalized. And as I say, just going back to the puzzles, being like, even though it's nearly the end of the game, we still haven't completed Duality, we still haven't completed Frontier. Like, there are actually so many puzzle pieces still left to get, because I suppose we just need Glide. Once we've Glide, we can literally lickety-split, hop back through all the other worlds that we were in, and then just collect puzzle as we go. So eventually we will only have the final world in Twilight Town to go through. But I will say, looking forward to finally getting some of this off my hair, you know? Speaking of hair, I'm having such a struggle at like getting Sora's hair just in the right spot. But I mean, take your time with these puzzles, guys, at the end of the day. Like, the imagery is nice to look back at as well. And obviously, deciding on this particular one, the boundary, is it top, bottom, is it like a top barrier line, or a left-hand side wall line, or a right-hand side border line, or the bottom border line, can be tricky too. But we are so near the end game. Like, what I can't believe is that, like, once we finish this episode, we will have gone through every single gummy route as well, which is just crazy to say out loud too. Like, we're so near the end game. As I say, with the limits, it's important that we need to recall that we need to summon Chicken Little and we need to summon Peter Pan to use their limits at some point. And we will get a final party member. I won't give spoilers for those who haven't played, but there will be an additional party member before the end of the game. And we need to use their limit as well. But so long as we're able to get all the summons, and Genie will also have another form change to do before all of Genie's limits are done. But like, we will be getting that limit trophy shortly.
Who was that?
Sark, the MCP's number 2.
Tenacious little bugs. Your time is up. Prepare for de-resolution.
So we have to take on Commander Sark, and he can teleport, which is annoying. He will, I suppose, highlight the fact that he's teleporting with a data transport, but he is not strong, and by that I mean he is good to punish. His defense isn't that high, and his HP isn't that crazy good. You are able to use the reaction command to basically flick back his data disk. and that stuns him, allowing him to be punished. And with our lovely explosion, being able to show off our new finisher. Guys, the boss battle isn't over yet. Talk to you after this cutscene.
You're very persistent, Tron.
I'm also better than you.
We would have made a great team.
Now for the MCP.
This thing is the MCP?
That's it. Ugly, isn't it?
Tron, don't you understand? We don't need users. We've advanced. They're superfluous. Be a part of me, and together the world will be ours to control.
MCP. You still don't get it, do you?
Sark! Sark! All my functions are now yours.
Oh, not Tron throwing in that I'm better than you. What an absolute king energy. Well, as you can see, his data disk got bigger. I know people shouldn't say that size matters, but I mean, that thing is freaking ginormous. I think, I think that's an improvement. We're after getting the other puzzle piece from this area, which is great. What we unfortunately need Tron, because Tron has been upgraded with the, I suppose, Merlin magic. Now, he does do an AoE thunder attack, but you are able to kind of hear him say the phrase erase all functions, and then he will be able to reflect, and that reflect should explode, destroying both his kneecaps or shins. Once you do that, you're able to... Oh god, he fixed his data already. Explosion's so powerful though, with our magic stats so high. Now he is glitched, and what we need to do now is break down the firewalls, or the, you know, safety protocols. Explosion does multi-hits of damage, so that's why they give you explosion. Once you break through, you are going to need Tron, and then Tron can start the de-rezzing of the MCP. Eventually the MCP will counterattack, the firewall will literally gain beams of fire. You are able to destroy multiple of these walls, and you could leave the NPC like very, very exposed. But for me, I just prefer to have, especially in crit mode, the least I have to be thinking about, the better. So if I can just take out Sark while he's unconscious, break down one panel, and just do the deletion reaction command, that's me happy. Another thing to mention is you are actually able to do a special custom reaction command to instantly destroy Sark in one reaction command. But as I say, I managed to break down more of the firewall, and instead of running around trying to find where the hole in the wall is, I'm like, oh, it's fine, I will just, I'll make a hole. And now we're going to start deletion, and you can get basically a bar and a bit done, you know? So that's kind of what I'm focusing on. If I can get a bar and a bit, and then just try my best to avoid the firewall, that'd be great.
I will repair your data.
This is it.
There's no, like, you can attempt to try and delete while Sark is alive, but it just is risky. But what you could do is just make Sark unconscious until you hear him say, corrupt data restored, then you know he's kind of standing up again. But if you want to be, you know, a bit cheeky, you can just get Sark down on one knee, but then the NPC starts fucking going crazy with stuff, and it's not great. Then everyone's just getting really pissy now. I have Tron on auto change, so when we're low on hit points, or when Tron gets knocked unconscious, he auto swaps with Donald. Donald unfortunately died immediately, but Tron also has the hyper healing, so when he's not in the combat, he starts recovering himself. So that's how I kind of got Tron back relatively quickly, because you need him in order to actually do the reaction command, which is a bit of a pain. But, I mean, narrative-wise, at least he's, like, needed. Poor Donald spawned and then got literally hit immediately with the firewall. Oh, sorry, Sora. Oh, stop it. I don't know why Rikuzen's are doing that. Stop. Don't walk into the wall when it's moving. It'll do lots of damage. Unfortunately for poor Donald, he can do nothing but like stand by and be like, yeah! Fire that laser beam. Delete that malicious programming. Oh, thanks Donald for the bit of healing. Unfortunately, if Tron gets hits again, he's gonna be subbed out for Goofy. And now with the I can repair your data, we know that like... Oh wait, no look! He said going somewhere, which means he summoned a wall. We can then use the high climb and needle drive reaction combo to instantly take out Sark in one go. So you can just fish for that reaction by just moving away from Sark, and then he's like, stop running away. But in trying to trap you, he in fact equips you with the ability to completely take him out in one go. I just kept hammering, because basically if we're able to... Oh god, Tron's gone. But the good news is that since Tron is changing out, he will instantly heal, which means we can quickly, before Sark attacks us, finish up the NCP, get Reflect Guh, which is amazing. Now there's going to be a long cutscene, but we're finally going to learn the truth about Hollow Bastion and what it was once named once upon a time. So I'll talk to you after these lengthy, very lore-heavy cutscenes.
We did it!
I see Tron has a silly side, too.
I learned it from you. Of course, I do have my silly limits.
Okay, then I'll tweak your program when I get back to the user world.
You? Maybe we better not try that.
Aw, how about it, guys? Singing Tron, dancing Tron. Sound good?
Okay, fine. But before I crash... Sora, Donald, Goofy, and all the users out there, thank you. You really helped me. You made me so much stronger. You taught me what friendship is truly all about. And I'll never forget it. As soon as I met you, I knew we were going to defeat the MCP and free the system. Isn't this what users do when they're sorry to say goodbye?
It's a first for me.
Gosh, Tron, it's like a promise that we'll see each other again real soon.
Okay. Well then. promise.
Where are you going? Oh. Tron.
Things are settling down in town. The only heartless left anywhere are the local variety. And it looks like there are fewer than before.
Now if we can just get those 3 back in one piece. You're here!
Welcome back!
How's the town?
A-okay!
Not a single trace of the MCP either. Everything's back to normal. We made it.
Hey, why the long face? What happened?
Tron just disappeared.
And he promised we'd see him again.
What's happening?
Greetings, friends. System is up and ready for user input.
Tron!
Stay in touch.
Yeah!
A boy, oh boy!
Hey, stop that. It tickles.
Tron is ticklish?
How about this?
Please stop that.
I think Tron's been hanging around those guys too much.
Wait, just a moment. I want to show you something I dug up from the system archives. You can see the town back when it was first built.
That's right. I remember now.
Just like the old days.
I'd be fascinated to ascertain as to when the town got such a dreadful name as Hollow Bastion.
You know, this town had another name once. Radiant Garden.
So yes, an awful lot happened there. We got an achievement for completing the Space Paranoids, which kind of links up with Hollow Bastion, or I should now say correctly, Radiant Garden. The missions within Radiant Garden are as follows. We have to confront Sephiroth, and we also have to explore the Cavern of Remembrance. We are going to do those much later on in the story. We're not going to do them right now this second. But what we are going to do is just quickly save, and I'm going to just talk about the amazing work that we managed with getting through the MCP, restoring Radiant Garden's, original design, collecting those different puzzle pieces from Space Paranoids, and getting all the other Mickey emblems for finishing the story, getting all the kind of big scene collections. And the only thing is that there's a couple of missions to do there, and one puzzle piece left to collect. And just looking here, it's like, meet the girls again. We got Gullwing, that's done. We need to do the Cavern of Remembrance. We have to meet Sephiroth and challenge him to a fight. Then Space Paranoids has the light cycle. You know, there's mini games and missions to do with those mini games and getting high scores, etc. We're going to be doing that very, very soon. And as I say, I'm just fiddling with this puzzle for way, way too long. And as I say, there's no even near shot that we're going to have any semblance of an image. So then she was like, oh, just cut that out, Recusant. You're not finishing a puzzle, so relax yourself. But what we are going to finish is our final brand new gummy route to unlock the first world we've been to and the last route that we need to re-unlock, which is going to be Twilight Town. This particular one is a spectacle. It is amazing to look at and experience. And we're going to just use our absolutely strongest hitter, the Falcon level 8. Maximum attack power. And now it's telling us about the score and how, you know, the scoreboard tracks the enemies you killed, the medal level you're at, and the overall points you score. But this is some Star Wars shenanigans. Like, we are zooming along, fights with spaceships. The Nobody's headquarters have like a laser cannon. It is wild to see. And as you can see briefly, we had 2 red gummy ship missions, like gummy block holding gummy ships. So we're going to definitely have to do this a second time. I just had to pause there for like the briefest of moments. But we're basically just zooming on at like Mach speed, doing our best to try and get some medal points and some KOs, even though we have the quote-unquote best damaging ship in the whole frickin' game. Just keep firing your lasers, avoid damage, and do your best. We will eventually be making our own gummy ship, which will be the definition of a glass cannon. But basically, guys, once I finish up this mission, I'm going to end the video there before we start Twilight Town. And then it's going to just be so much story, so much Twilight Town branching into the very, very final world, final boss fights. Like, we're hitting our stride. Like, this Twilight Town visit is essentially like Hollow Bastion Visit 2. You know, things are going to be hitting an absolute fever pitch. And I'm going to be basically getting to a certain point and then wanting to go back and just do a bunch of extra side content before we actually do the final gauntlet of the last couple of bosses leading up to the final mission. And what's interesting is Kingdom Hearts 2 has a post-game state. You need to actually have a clear save data, a bit like Rechain of Memories. You have to have a clear save before all of the Jiminy Journals stuff becomes available, before all the missions become available, before all the super bosses become available. You need to actually beat the game. So unlike Kingdom Hearts 1, where I was kind of like, oh, I can have like the final achievement be, well, it was a speed run technically, but you know what I mean, like I could actually do everything else in the game in theory and collect all the trophies in one playthrough, and the last trophy can be when we defeat the final boss. This one we will need to finish the story and then reload and do post-game content. But once we escape this gun and watch it fire off a laser, that's going to be our episode. So, I've been the RPG Recusant. You guys have been amazing. Thank you so much for being my light through these dark times of trying to like get 100% in some of these super bosses. Please leave a like and a comment. I hope you have a continued wonderful rest of your morning, afternoon or evening, depending on when you sat down to watch us today. And I will catch you at our next episode. Have a good one. Bye, bye, bye.